Hello everyone. I'm coming from the Living North cabin. It's July the 3rd and I've decided, since we're having some very nice decent weather, that I'm going to try and do a little bit of staining and that here on the cabin for the next couple days or so. What you see here is a product I just recently purchased at Schroeder Log Home Supplies in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, on their recommendation. This is an oil-based exterior prime or protection material that they recommended for the cabin that I have here, both the white pine siding and then the logs on the original cabin. So anyway, I'm gonna get this stirred up and start putting it on and see how it goes. It's been a few years since I've done anything to the siding, the finish on the cabin, so it's definitely due. And I thought, since we have some nice weather, that this would be a perfect time, and the bugs aren't too bad at this point. It was only 38 degrees here this morning, so I think it's taken them a while to wake up from their lethargy of a cooler night. So otherwise I'll be staining with a head net on, which isn't the worst thing, I guess. So keep watching, and hopefully this will do the job and look quite nice. Well, there's about a half a dozen boards done. That's about as high as I can reach there, so I think what I'm going to do is, rather than crawl up on the ladder, I'm just going to work around the edge for as high as I can reach, and then later, actually when the pails get down a little bit in the stain, they're easier to have up on the ladder and work with. But I can probably go a little faster on the ground, so I might as well keep working that way. But obviously it's a lot darker, and I think it's going to put a nice finish on these boards, which will obviously help protect it over time. So anyway, we'll just keep going here. I guess there's plenty to do. Well, there, I made it at least 6 rows high coming around the cabin here. I think I used about, I don't know, 2/3 of a gallon of stain, maybe 3/4. Obviously a big difference. Well, I just finished the first gallon of stain. Didn't quite get around the whole, well, bottom, 6-7 rows here on the one side. Ran a little bit short, but it's coming. Now it's time for a break. Get some lunch and decide if I'm going to do a little more staining or move to something else, like maybe some caulking. I don't know. I'll see how my arms feel after I have a little break here. Have a little Lowry seasoning on them, and now we'll let them go for a while. Come out, flip them, and should be dinner pretty soon. So we're going to try a new Glarus Brewing Company Dancing Man Wheat Beer. I got a sampler pack of this new Glarus, and actually it's pretty tasty stuff. So pretty good. Heat these up. Go with the meat. And I think that's about what I'm going to have for dinner. Something kind of casual and light, I guess. Although people wouldn't consider steak maybe light, but anyway, that's what's on the menu for this evening. I set up the Gorilla ladder and the shelf there for holding the paint. I decided I would try and finish this wall yet tonight, and that be done with one side anyway, except for the fascia board, which I'm going to prime and then paint a green. That's just about the same color as the shingles, so. Well, I got this side all finished. Looks pretty good. That stain is so thick it just takes a lot of brushing to get it on, so it does take longer to apply than some of the other products out there, but I'm quite happy with it and the way the cabin looks. So we finished, like I say, this one wall, part way up here. That'll be a lot slower, I guess, when you start getting up on the ladder and having to go up and down and move and stuff. But well, has to be done.